What is up, guys? This is Mr. Northface 44 bringing you another Madden Ultimate Team 13 episode. This is episode 68, and we are completing the QB collection that was released earlier today. Final 3 cards right here. The reward is 1,000,000 coins, 10 legendary packs, a key pack, and the Tom Brady 4-star. Now here we go. We're putting in 3 of the fantasy cards. These are the last 3 I had to get. For me, the most expensive cards were the 2 Ghost QBs, and everything else was a little bit under 90k. The fantasy cards, I had all the key cards already, so that wasn't an issue, and I had the legends, so really just the fantasies, and I also had the playoffs already, so that wasn't an issue. So I would say I spent around 700k during the collection. Here you see me at 1.3 mil. So obviously after this collection's done, I will have 2.3 mil. So yeah, so we're just throwing in the last couple cards here. Every card, every QB in the game that is above 91 overall, except for the Ghost Michael Vick, is in this collection. And we all knew Ghost Michael Vick was not going to be in the collection, but just saying. So if you want to do this, make sure you have at least 800k. Some cards might have gone up and some cards might have gone down. A lot of these cards have been fluctuating like crazy, so definitely be careful before you start doing the collection to make sure you can finish it. But once again, this is episode 68, and now we're just going to open up these 10 legendary packs and check out this Tom Brady reward card. Sick picture on the front, and great stats, all 100 sacks except for 99 injury, 73 speed, and 82 agility. Now, 82 agility isn't bad for a QB, neither 73 with some boosts, but overall he's the best QB in the game for QB purposes. And here you see my lineup, and I just run through it very quickly, but I am going to start making some changes to my lineup, picking up a couple cards since it is the end of Madden Ultimate Team 13. I'm going to start spending some of my coins just for team purposes, but let's open this key pack, and here we get Vincent Jackson, who is worth squat. So I actually sent him to my trade block, but once looking him up after the video, I realized he's worth less than 2k. But these 10 legendary packs were actually pretty good for me. I did make at least 200k off all these cards, selling off a bunch of cards, so it was pretty good for me on there. But I'm not going to commentate each pack because I have other stuff to talk about. My first thing I want to talk about is that I am doing a NCAA Football Ultimate Team series on my channel. If you have not seen them already, go to my channel. There's already 3 episodes. 1, the creation, 2 being 38 packs, and 3 being my lineup. And I will be bringing a 4th very soon, probably for another lineup update because my team has gotten a lot better since then. Alright, so definitely check that out. And NCAA Football Ultimate Team is a very cool mode, and if you have NCAA, I definitely suggest you play it, and definitely check it out on my channel. Next, I get tons of comments and messages saying, yo, can we play a game? I want to talk to you. The easiest way to do that is through Twitter, so I want you to all follow me on Twitter, www.twitter.com/MrNorthface44, and you can tweet me, and I see every tweet that comes through there. And I pretty much respond to every tweet unless it's like spam. And yeah, also check out my description for other links to other videos and other important notes about the video. If there's a shout out, I'll put that in the description, so always check out my description box. And yeah, and then the last thing I really want to talk about is my team. As I just said, I'm gonna blow most of my coins. Actually, right after this video, not recorded, I picked up the flashback Steve Smith and the flashback Ed Reed. I picked up both these cards because I want my team to be interesting. And right now with my team, I'm not having the most fun playing compared to what I'm having fun playing NCAA 14. Just because it's just getting a tad boring, and pretty much the only reason I really come on Madden is for new cards and for collections. So I did pick up the Ed Reed and Steve Smith. So what I did is I threw Steve Smith at the slot, and I kept AJ Green at 2, and I kept Calvin at 1, and I put Mike Wallace in the 4. And then I also picked up the flashback Ed Reed card I picked up Steve Smith for about 120k, which I think is a solid buy. And then I picked up Ed Reed for 90k, which I think is a great buy, because last time I saw him, he was about 500k. And I definitely want to get a game with them, but I'm not going to play a game with them until I get 3 more cards for my team. And these cards will put me, most likely, under, they should bring me to about 1 million coins. They probably will cost about 1.3 mil combined. And those cards are the Flashback Deacon Jones, Flashback Troy Polamalu, and Flashback Andre Johnson. I'm hoping to get Troy Polamalu and Deacon Jones for about 450k. And I'm hoping to get Andre for around 300k. So that's 1.2 mil combined, which will put me at right above 1 mil. I want these cards, and I also got the Ed Reed and Steve Smith card, is because they are actually better than the collection rewards for that position. With Steve Smith, he's better than the Victor Cruz, and he's so that's why I put him there. And initially, Mike Wallace was better than the Victor Cruz, so but Steve Smith's better than Mike Wallace, so obviously that would happen. Andre Johnson's better than AJ Green, so then my wide receiver core would be Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson, Steve Smith, which I think would be absolute boss. That would be so much fun, knowing that all 3 of my core wide receivers are amazing. Oh, excuse me, I have to hiccup. Now I would also want the Deacon Jones, is because he is a lot better than any defensive lineman in the game. If you look at his stats, every core stat that a lineman needs is 199, and the stats that aren't 99 can easily be boosted to a 99 or even 100. And then lastly, the Troy Polamalu. A lot of people think this card is kind of like the Super Troy from last year, which I never got to play with, and he is easily better than the strong safety reward, and he's easily better than the Earl Thomas free safety as well. So I would definitely have him starting at the strong safety position. And his stats, once again, are similar to Deacon Jones, where all of his core stats, his coverages, his hit power, all that type of stuff is very high. And if it's not 99 or 100, it's very close, being 98, 90 lowest. And then the stats that aren't 98, 99, 100 can easily be boosted once again. And the other reason I want all these flashback cards is because they're boosts. If you look at each of those cards I said, their boosts are ridiculous. They have 3, 4, 5 boosts to their cards. I know Deacon Jones, he gives +3 or more to all these crazy stats. He is +3 or 4 to power moves, finesse moves, like speed. It's ridiculous. Block shed. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Troy Polamalu, he gives like +4 to zone coverage. It is ridiculous, their boosts. And it just completely, it helps your team so much. And those are pretty much the reasons why I really want those cards. But that is going to be it for this video. You see everything I pulled here. Pretty colorful variety of cards here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And thanks for watching. Peace.